Alright, YouTube, this is my little video for Shinco split AC system that's leaking water into the house. I've already repaired the unit, so I'm kind of gonna talk through what I did on one of the units with the sister unit, so you'll know what to do. So what was happening on the sister unit is right around here at this little knockout, I had a bunch of water just coming through and dripping in. And what was happening is even after you go out to the drain tube outside and kind of like suck on it to, with a vacuum or a wet dry vac to try to get the blockages free, it still was leaking into the house. So what ended up happening is inside the unit, the hose has a little attachment to where it attaches to the reservoir, goes across the unit that catches all the condensation. That hose is coming off the connection, and I'll show you what I did. But before that, I'll talk to what you have to do with the unit to be able to access everything. So first thing is you'll see you have a maintenance flap, and this lets you get to the air filter so you can clean the air filter. So what I'm going to do is pop open the flap, and yes, it's all plastic joints. You'll hear popping and it'll resist on you, but don't worry, that's the way they're built. It's Chinese stuff, so you know what to expect. But this will pop all the way up, but you'll see now that I've popped it open, there's 1, 2, and 3 screws that you'll have to remove on the unit. And then you'll also see these little flappy things underneath them. 3 additional screws. So 1, 2, 3. So I'll end up removing all 6 screws. Be a little bit of jimming. Very top of the unit on the other side, at the very tip top, there's it has some clips where it clips on, so you'll have to work it back and forth in a little bit. It'll feel a little bit like you're on the verge of breaking something, but it just all kind of like clicks together. I'll show you in just a little bit. Alright, so here's the cover of the sister unit, and here's the little clips that I talked about. They're on the top. So what I did was I used my hand to pull up on it and unclip it from the top, and then I was able to kind of like jimmy it and swing it from the bottom and get it to pop off. Other thing is there's the little panel is also connected with a little cable that connects to the display. You'll need to disconnect that cord. So let me go ahead and show you. Okay, what that looks like. So here's a little cord, plugs into the screen or the display. You disconnect those two, and don't be a sucker like me. Make sure you go outside to your unit or to your basement or wherever it's plugged in. Cut the power. For me, it's outside. There's a breaker box that you flip open. I had already done that, done my repair, and right now I'm testing to make sure it's not leaking anymore. So I'm going to show you guys what I did. So this right here with this new hose clamp is the hose that was coming off, and even if you try to pull it from the wall and try to get it further up the hose onto the reservoir, it was still leaking. I'm sure if I knew more, had more time, more tools or whatever, I could have, figured out, what was going on. But trip to the hardware store, dollar clamp, puts the right amount of pressure, just tighten it on there to where it grips. The hose now grips, and all the water should go through it. So I've been testing it for about 10-15 minutes now, and it looks like I'm free and clear. So after I conclude my testing and verify I got no more leaks, I'm going to cut the power and then button up the unit, put all the covers back on and all the screws back on, and turn it back on. But yeah, it's actually a real simple fix. You just have to be able to get to this little leaky hose right here and put a hose clamp on it, and you should be good. You can also, before you do the hose clamp, do the suction on the hose trick to see if there's a blockage. But if you're like me, that was not the original concern. So alright, hope it helps. Good luck. Feel free to ask me questions on the comments or whatever. Tell me how I'm ruining YouTube or whatever. Alright, bye.